to my vlog. If you haven't checked out any of my videos, please check them out. They're down below. They should be. If not, let me know and I'll change that. So today, first I want to preface this by saying I have done kirtan for the past week, and for those of you who don't know what kirtan is basically the art of devotional chanting and meditation and prayers, and there's so many other layers I feel like that kirtan is. It's hard to like pick a box and put it in, but for me it's amazing. I think if you're an artist and you're needing inspiration or you're needing something because you're not hitting something that you need to be hitting, go to kirtan. It's at Bhakti Yoga Shala. It's amazing. It runs on a donation basis, and the things that you get in return are life changing. I honestly probably couldn't really tell you. You might see in some of my videos what goes on at these, chanting and meditation and dancing and singing and just genuine love, and it's a really beautiful thing. So I want to say that I feel like amazing and that I'm in love, and I sort of am. But yeah, I'm just like super happy. After a week of going to kirtan every day, it's dramatically changed my life. So I suggest it to everyone. It's like medicine for your soul. So anyways, today I wanted to talk about something that I found was really interesting. Is that within a community, any community, any group, any organization, any sort of clique, if you will, there can be a huge sense of close-mindedness and judgment. And I found that really interesting because I'm kind of on this journey and this path of like exploring different things, and I'm an actress, so I am in the theater acting groups or whatever you want to call them. And I sort of hate that. I hate being associated with groups or kind of people because I feel like I have so many other interests and ideas and thoughts and, besides just one thing. And I realized this last night because a friend of mine brought it up, and sort of two people kind of went at it and it got into like a heated thing about it. And I thought, well, it's right. Like, how can there be so much judgment in environments where you're supposed to be non-judgmental? And this goes for I've seen it in churches, I've seen it in yoga things, I've seen it in acting things where people are supposed to be creative and yet people are judging other people and thinking that they're better than that. And I don't like that, and I think it needs to stop. And it may sound like an aloof idea or some high vision thing that's not going to happen, but honestly I think it's possible. I think it's possible to be honest and be real and to say, hey, that's not cool, or hey, that person can feel how they want to feel. There's no right or wrong. Unless they're hurting someone, then yeah, there's a problem. But I don't think cutting someone down or cutting a group down or thinking that one group's better than the other is necessarily the solution. And I think when it comes down to it, I've gone through a lot of friends and I've gone through a lot of circles and a lot of people and, good, bad, and different. And I've learned a lot from all of them. But to really find those rare people and those rare individuals who actually are genuinely themselves and genuinely authentic, and they live in their own truth and they're cool with it. They're not going to be like, oh yeah, I don't do that. They're so themselves that it's like, there's just so much respect and admiration. And I've been lucky enough to have met some of these wonderful people through Bhakti Yoga Shala, and it has changed my life because they're spiritual and they're real, and they're just not BSing you, and they are real with their life and their issues and their things that are going on. And I just think it's really refreshing because you can be in an environment like that, or an acting environment, or an artist environment, and there's sort of this like this aura of like, you know, who's that? You're new to the group, or you're not, you know, how spiritual are you, or how into acting are you, or how, you know, what have you been working on? I mean, the ego, that's what it is. The ego is like infused in those situations. And I realize that I get super quiet when things like about the ego get mentioned. I'm like, oh, I like totally zone out. And I know that that's why, because it's not truthful for me. Because I want to be like, I don't want to talk about that, you know, but we can't say that in real life, right? You can't be like, I'm done, I don't want to talk about it, and walk away, which I might actually start doing. It might be pretty interesting if I start doing that. So, I don't know, maybe I'll test it out. But it's something that I've just quietly excused myself every time that it comes up, because I can feel it, and it's not a good feeling. So, my kind of observation is like, be aware and really listen to that inner guide inside of you, and your instinct, and stay true to that. Stay true to yourself. Like, you're beautiful the way you are, and your thoughts and your feelings and your ideas, they're all beautiful. There's no right or wrong. Like, that's why we're here. That's why we're figuring this all out. This whole big life idea, it's a journey, you know, and it's not, there's no box. There's no little box that you shove everything in and that you're right and everyone else is wrong. And I mean, you can't thrive as an artist if you're like that. You can't let go and be free and get in that bliss, that zone, that creative center if you're cutting yourself off, you know, or you're limiting yourself with limiting beliefs. So that is my advice today. Or take it, leave it, do whatever you want with it. It's just something that I've realized, and that's totally helped me kind of be a little bit aware of how I, you know, say things or think things, and how they relate to other people, because everything connects, and everything is so sensitive, you know. So just be aware today. Be aware, and know that the presence you present has a huge impact on people. And really know that. Really, really think how can you be a contributing presence instead of one that takes away. Yeah. So those are my thoughts. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon. Love you all. Bye.